I know you competed in the High Rollers event this weekend, which, by the way, Eddie Bravo told me he was so high he thought he was going to jail. He told me, he goes, I was convinced I was going to jail.
It was
He goes, I was so paranoid.
It was such a cool event. It really was.
Explain the event for people who don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
So it was an event put on by Matt Stout and Big Lon on my buddies. They call it High Rollers, and it's a cannabis-infused jiu-jitsu tournament is what they called it, you know.
Dudes what are those two dudes that slapped each other and then they smoked a joint together and
they
chilled
got
out?
heated or something between, and then they stepped out with a joint. I mean, it was good. Before every match, everybody smoked. They kind of smoked together, and the whole event was a cannabis thing. There was no alcohol. The vibe was super chill. They played hip hop in the background. It was it was like kind of star-studded event. It was really fucking cool. It was by far the coolest martial arts event I've ever been to. It was dope.
Shout out to that DJ, man. He did like 8 hours straight with playing the same song, like only twice, played it twice.
Right.
That motherfucker was dope.
Really?
That whole thing
DJ
was
Bonix.
Dope. Was it? DJ Bonix, yeah.
It's a weird connection, marijuana with jiu-jitsu, and it's always been there. And people that don't know, like people that don't smoke weed, I have to tell them that, look at here's Jeff Glover and his opponent smoking weed with Eddie.
Georgie Kyrgyzstan.
It's hilarious, man. It is really, really funny that they're doing that, man, but I like it.
It was a real cool event. It was real cool.
Jiu-jitsu and weed have always been connected. Right. For as long as I've been doing jiu-jitsu, people smoked pot in the parking lot and then went in and rolled.
Right.
That's, you know.
They still do. I mean, that's my own. Kickboxing apparently is the same way.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's how you practice. That's how you get focused.
Yeah. Is it? I always found that I'm not good at learning when I'm high, or maybe I get too high and I can't learn. Like someone will show me something and I'm not sure where to put my legs. Like, what do I do? Step over here? Where to put my right foot? What?
Yeah, I find that a little bit.
But when I'm rolling, if I'm rolling high, then it's just, you just get into that zone and you
I almost
flow.
feel like it's like programming. Like if you know, like when they say like if you take when you study for a test, you're sucking on peppermint, and the day of the test, you like suck on peppermint. You're supposed to help you remember. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of how it is with martial arts for me anyway. Like I'm high as fuck, and I'm kind of like just programming into my deep subconscious or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think
that's my thought? Maybe.
You think smoking all the time when you train, and then not smoking when you perform, do you think that has a positive or negative effect?
I don't know. I don't really. Well,
let me ask you this:
that was the first time
Bellator said we're not testing for weed, you could fight high as fuck, what would you do?
I'd smoke that day.
Ooh.
I wouldn't smoke probably 10 minutes before. I got a lot of shit going on in my head. I'm like, this is cool. This is cool on the High Rollers event, but like,
it's different.
There's a lot of money
fight.
on the line for a fight. Yeah.
Well, it's also the consequences are a lot different. Zigging and zagging.
Right.
It's a lot different when kicks and punches are being thrown.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, remember when Nick fought Gomi? Nick fought Gomi.
Well, I mean, I know Nick, and if you asked him that question, he'd be like, "Oh, I'd be smoking right there." Like he would for sure smoke.
Oh yeah,
for
100%.
Sure.
Yeah. I bet he would fight better.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
You're not a fan of fighting high?
No.
No.
I fought one time.
What happened?
Well, for one, I went through the crowd instead of the walkway to the cage. That's when I knew I fucked up.
Well, how did you do it? Which way?
Like you're supposed to come out. It was at shark fights.
Okay.
And you come out and then you go at an L shape and go straight to the cage.
Right.
I came out.
The ushers always fuck that shit up though. That's happened like every time. Or you try to walk out the cage the wrong way. And like, no, go the other way.
So I came out, just crowd sitting there, just beeline straight to the crowd. Excuse me, stepping over people.
That's hilarious.
Got to the cage, like stepped over the fence, checked me out, got in there. I'm like, man.
I remember shark fights.
Yeah.
That was Bud Brutzman's thing.
Yeah,
right?
some guy.
He's a buddy of mine.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he was one of the original guys that owned King of the Cage.
Was it?
Yeah, and then he get involved in shark fights. Yeah.
Somebody, did they have something to do with like shine fights as well?
I don't know. Maybe. There's a few people involved.
That was it was a good card that I was on. It had Georgie, Paul Daly, had Shokaju on it. It was a bunch of people on that.
So what was it like fighting high?
Well, for me at the time, that was my biggest event, and I was fighting Karen Darberidian. So it was the biggest name I had fought. To me, it was like, fuck. You know what I mean? I just was kind of overwhelmed. I wasn't a jiu-jitsu. I didn't know much about jiu-jitsu. Actually, that whole fight was weird because on Monday, I separated my arm or separated my shoulder. Wednesday, they called me for the fight. Saturday, I fought.
You
And
separated.
you just thought, I guess I'll get high for this.
Right. You know what I mean?
When you said
Like-
you separated your shoulder, like what?
Like separation, like a separated shoulder.
Like a torn muscle?
Yeah. No. Yeah, up in the I don't know what the fuck you asked me for.
Did it heal up?
Yeah. Well, we got it like bandaged up, got it working, fought with it.
You
healing
fought
up
with a
after-
bandage on it?
No, didn't fight with it bandaged up. But the next 2 days, kind of healed on it, iced it, worked on it as much as I can. Went out there. I was in Texas, fought. And yeah, it was just, for me, it was weird. Like I
How'd
said,
the fight go?
one decision. Like I said, first round he threw a bunch of like leg locks. which
Yeah, he's a
was
serious.
spooky
serious
me.
leg
Yeah,
lock
That's
dude.
what I was saying. Like I'm high leg locks, don't know what's going on. Like I just want to get out of here. So yeah, it was a bad thing for me. It
So
wasn't-
one and done for
yeah,
fighting
One
high.
and done. I was like, yeah, I'm cool on this.
Have you ever fought high?
I mean, I'm sure I'd spar high all the time. Yeah, I fought high.
What's your feeling about that?
I think well, for this jiu-jitsu tournament, jiu-jitsu is not my strong suit, obviously. And so for me, that was my first jiu-jitsu tournament. And we just put on the gi like about a month ago when Matt told me about the thing. He's like, oh, you should do it. Mickey Gall, I train with every day. And him and Bamba, and we like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it. So we start putting on the gi. And yeah, it was, I didn't want to make a fool of myself. So being high and having that like pressure, like not being completely comfortable, I think was different. But like in a kickboxing fight, I could probably be drunk and still be pretty comfortable
Do
with
your thing.
what I'm doing. So
It's me up next.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that, and I'm one of them, that think that marijuana is a performance-enhancing drug.
I definitely
think
think
so?
so.
Yeah.
On certain levels.
Yeah, on certain levels. I think it
Yeah.
could fuck you up, but it's if you get the dose right, I think it puts you in a zone, a comfortable zone.
Right, and I think a lot of, for performance, like what's going to increase your performance is not being super stressed out over bullshit the week of.
Right.
That's where I find the most benefit. Like when I would quit smoking weed for a couple of days before the fight, that was when it's like, now is when I need it the most. Now is when I'm most stressed out. It's when I have the most anxiety. When I have,
Yeah.
when I'm the hungriest. I can't,
True.
I was like,
Yeah.
this sucks.
Yeah.
If I can just blaze and just relax, I think that helps.